Everyone. Dell saying morning from soggy Lismore. I've been looking at some of the posts, Dell, and some pictures of the water that's around Lismore at the moment, and it's not looking pretty. We've had some pretty torrential rain, and it's been a bit wet and soggy in a lot of places. And amazingly, it's soggy in many places around the world. The amount of people, when I said that it was raining, the amount of people that said back to me that it was raining where they are as well. What is going on with this weather? So, good morning, everyone. My name is Donna Gray, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland. And I'm coming to you live this morning with a super fun fold card using some of our new products that we have that are coming in our brand new catalogue. So, welcome. When you get the notification that I've gone live, please jump on and say hello and let me know you're watching. If you're watching the replay, please make sure you comment and say hello. If you have any questions, please type them into the comments. I always like to go back and check my comments, especially on YouTube. Now, for the people that watch on Facebook, I'm going to say this once again because there's a lot of you that watch from my private Facebook groups. You need to follow my Facebook business page and watch me on my Facebook business page, because halfway through this month, Facebook are going to take it away that we can stream live into our Facebook groups, private groups. So the only way that you will see me is here on YouTube, which YouTube is the best way to watch me, here on YouTube or on Facebook. Now, I will start, I haven't got my YouTube link in the description, so I will actually start putting my YouTube link in the description as well. When you're having troubles with the live stream, if there's troubles with the sound, if there's troubles with it buffering, the best thing to do is jump on over to YouTube, because YouTube gives you a really, really perfect stream every time. So look at you all, like soggy Lismore. We've got soggy Penrith. There's a few of you that are in some soggy areas. Now, I actually have something that I want your help with this morning. And for anyone that can chime in and tell me, I have got two dies and I have no idea what bundles they've come out of. They're on my desk. One has been actually on my desk, and I feel like one actually is out of the Daisy bundle. I'm not quite sure, but I think one of them is out of the Daisy bundle, but I'm not sure about the other one. I'm wondering, is it out of I don't know, but I'm going to show you the two dies this morning. So if anyone can chime in and tell me where they think these dies come from, I would be really, really happy to actually try and see if I can find where they come from. We'll have a look in the catalog, and I'll see if I can see. I haven't actually physically gone through the catalog. I haven't had the time to go through the catalog and actually see where they come from. So good morning. Good morning. I can see quite a few of you jumping on. Welcome, Glenda, Julie. Hello, Joanne. Welcome, Jill. Sue, lovely Sue, welcome to my live crafting. Carol, Margaret, Leslie, welcome. Glenda, who else have I got? Robin, welcome. I've got someone from Mount Gambier in my private group. So for that person that's in my private group, you need to find my Facebook business page, which is Donna Gray, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, or jump on over here to YouTube. So just do a search on YouTube for Stamping with DonnaG, and you will find me on YouTube. And YouTube is actually excellent because it lists all my videos. Every time I go live, they're there. They're there all the time. So even after I finish going live, the live is already there. You don't have to wait for it to be uploaded. It's already there. So we've got Dell, we've got Faith, welcome. Christine, Daryl, welcome. Margaret, welcome. Lovely to see you all. Another Christine has jumped on. Jeanette, hello, welcome. Arlene, welcome. Do they have codes on them? Am I to see a code on them? I don't. Oh, that one has a code on it. Well, there you go. I just worked something. Well, you just helped me. Who was that? Arlene. Thank you. That's got a code on it. So let's type that code in and let's see what that says. The other one hasn't got a code on it. And I actually think the other one, to tell you the truth, is actually from the Daisy set. But I'm going to type this code in and see what it says. 162. 596. Well, there you go. Painted lavender dyes. That's what it comes out of. Thank you. Thank you, Arlene. You have saved my day. I've been looking at this one thinking where, and I remember using it. Hey, Carol, YouTube is great. Yes, exactly. I've got Carol Hawley and Carol Kendall, two Carols there together. Hey, Jenny, welcome, Jenny Osmond. Um, YouTube is way better to watch, definitely. Jean, welcome. Hello. Marcy, welcome. I'm going to see you so soon, Marcy. About 3 weeks. I can't wait. Did you get your email this morning? So we got the email with our confirmation of our booking for Mexico, but I don't know. I can't get my head around that website. I don't know how everyone's finding everything to do. Anyway, you're supposed to learn something every day, Glenda. Well, I just did. I just did. I've never known that you could turn them over and see a number on it. I can't believe that. I've just, that light bulb moment. It's actually quite awesome. All right. So I'll show you the two dies that I've got. You may be able to help me with the other one. The other one's definitely got no code on it. So this one is the one that's out of the painted lavender dyes. But this one here, can someone tell me? I'm nearly positive it comes out of the daisy set. Someone let me know. I'm nearly positive it comes out of the daisy set. I haven't done my incentive trip swap yet at all. I'm glad you figured it out because I've still got to work something out. So Marcy's going on the incentive trip to Mexico and we're going to meet up. And Marcy and I have been good friends for quite a few years now. And we're going to meet up in Mexico. I can't wait. But yeah, so someone tell me where they reckon that die has come from. I'm thinking it is the daisy set, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. And maybe if I actually had my catalog, I could actually probably look in the catalog and probably find it out. But they are the two dyes. So that one goes to painted lavender. So let me see if I've got painted lavender up here. Painted lavender. Okay, let's put that one back in its place so it knows where it's got to go. In there with that baby. Okay. Well, at least we've got one owner. Looks like the daisy set, Arlene. God, Arlene, you're such a wealth of information for me this morning. What's the daisy set called, people? I just call it the daisy set, but what's it called? You should know, Marcy, because you actually did a swap with it. What's the daisy set called? Because I've got all my stamps in alphabetical order. Now I'm just looking for the picture of the daisy. Cheerful daisies. Cheerful daisies. Cheerful daisies. Do you think it comes out of there? Oh, I think it does. I think that's the owner of it. I don't have a magnetic sheet in this one. I think that's it because I know it had one like that in it. Okay, we're going to put it in with the cheerful daisies. We're just going to surmise that it's going to be the cheerful daisies. Do you know that die has been sitting in my little magnetic bowl, I reckon, for like months and months and months. I think it's been there since, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you how long it's been there for. But anyway, all right. It is for that set, Sue. Thank you. All right. Okay, now I promised you a fun fold this morning. Look at all of these pieces that I've already cut out. So I promised you a fun fold. I'm going to do a bit of a technique. We're going to do a watercolor background wash as well in the background. Count the dies in the set and see if it's missing. I will later, Glenda, when I can actually marry it up with the catalog and see how many dies. I don't have the paper, which I always have the folder, the paper that it goes in, and that's not in that set. So I have no idea why that's not in there. But okay, so I'm actually going to use this morning, I'm going to use the Flowers of Beauty dies. I have this one here that I think I'm going to use. I'm not real sure. I'm going to use probably one or two out of that. I am actually going to use this stamp, and that's out of, sorry, I've got to get it from out here because it's in a basket. That one's out of the Thoughtful Wishes set, which is what I'm going to be using for my retreat. So anyone that's coming to my 2-day retreat, ladies, this is the set, the Thoughtful Wishes, not these dies, but this is the actual set for the Thoughtful Wishes. I will have to go and get the dies because I'm probably going to, I don't know whether I'm going to stamp that, but anyway, I've got a thought process happening. So I promised you a fun fold card, and I've got a new block, the size that I wanted. This is the size I've been searching for days and days and days. I got my order and I ordered a set of blocks. So, all right, I've gone ahead of time and I've cut a few bits and pieces. Now, you may want to have a pen. I haven't put these down in the description, so I'm sorry that I haven't done that. But we're doing 2 pieces of basic white thick, and they are cut at 5 3/4 inches this way and 4 inches that way. So if you want to craft along with me, grab out just one color that you want to use. We're going to use the color for the wash in the background, and you'll need black memento ink. So you're going to need an aqua painter. Now I've got one of our water painters that is the thick brush. This is really good for doing that brush background. That's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do it on basic white. It doesn't matter. Watercolor paper would be the best to do this, but I don't have enough watercolor paper because these are actually going to be a card in my card buffet. So I don't actually have watercolor paper to be able enough to do it. So I'm going to do it on basic white. And then I've done a layer. So we've got 2 pieces. So we've got double of everything. Okay. So I've got 2 pieces of the 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. One's going to be the base. One's going to be the front. Then I've got a piece of 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches in, this is our summer splash. We're going to use our summer splash this morning. So we've got 3 3/4 by 5.5, so 2 pieces of that. Then of course we've got our next layer, which is just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So we have 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. We've got 2 of those. So 3 5/8 by 5 3/8 down that way. Now, we have a piece of cardstock here that I have cut at 4 inches by 4 3/4. So 4 inches this way, 4 3/4 inches this way, scored at 1/2 inch on both sides. Now I've done this fun fold before and it was very, very popular. But it's an easy fun fold. It looks fantastic, but it's actually quite easy to do. So I've got that piece there scored at 1/2 inch, and I've actually done like a Z fold with that. I'm actually going to score those. So I've more or less just folded in a Z fold. So one's folding one way and one's folding the other way. And that's actually going to be the working mechanism part of our fun fold card. So I'm just going to score those a little bit better, or should I say burnish those a little bit better. So your bone folder is fantastic for making sure that your folds, look how nice and crisp those folds are now that I've burnished with my bone folder. A bone folder is something that is definitely a tool in your craft room that you will use each and every day without fail. Okay, so that's our working mechanism part. Then I've also got another couple of pieces. Now, these couple of pieces are going to actually go in here so that when the card unfolds, we're actually going to have something in there as well. Now, I have to go up here and measure. So that one's 2 3/4, 2 3/4 by 4.5. So that one's 2 3/4 by 4.5. This one here is 2 5/8 by 4 3/8. So 2 5/8 by 4 3/8. So they are all the pieces that we're going to need. Plus I've got a piece of basic white that I'm going to do some die cutting. And I'm also going to do some die cutting probably out of one of my summer splash layers that are there in, I don't know whether I'm going to do it. I'm just going to wait and see. I might end up just doing it out of a scrap. But anyway, the thought process is there. All right. So first of all, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pop all of those pieces aside. I'm going to take this one here that is to be my front layer here. Okay, so that basic white layer there. I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to do my watercolor wash on that piece. So I always like to have a stack of kitchen towels in my craft studio that just sit on my desk all the time so that whenever I need something, it's right there. I'm just going to take a few of them off, or otherwise I'm going to wet them all the way through. So let's do about 3 layers. So I've got a little mat that I can use. You can use your chamois for this as well. I just like to do paper towels because I like to see that it's running clear. And as you can see, I've still got a bit of pink in that. So I'm going to keep running it and cleaning it until I definitely don't have any pink happening. Still got a little bit of pink. Obviously, from the last time it was used, we must have used pink. Okay. All right. So we've got that happening. Now I'm going to take my new Summer Splash. Now this is one of the new in colors. Gorgeous colors. We've got 2 greens that are very close. We've got Shy Shamrock and we've got Summer Splash. Now someone did ask me, isn't that the same color as Coastal Cabana? So let's get some Coastal Cabana cardstock out and we will compare it. So you can see the difference in the color. So this is our Coastal Cabana. And this is our Shy Shamrock. Our Summer Splash. So they are different. The Coastal Cabana is a lot lighter. This one's a bit darker and deeper in color. And then we used to have Bermuda Bay, which was deeper in color again. It's a shame I don't have some Bermuda Bay here, but Bermuda Bay was one of my favorite colors. I loved it with Melon Mumbo. Bermuda Bay and Melon Mumbo went together absolutely beautifully. But I'm sure that our Summer Splash and our Melon Mumbo are going to go together. Look at that. Aren't they just a lovely color combination? All right, so I wanted to show you the difference between Coastal Cabana and that. So I had someone ask me that the other day and said that it looks like it's Coastal Cabana, but it's definitely a different color to Coastal Cabana. So I'll pop that back in there. All right. Oh, is it your birthday, Sue? Happy birthday, Sue. Well done. Congratulations. I hope you have a lovely day for your birthday. Happy birthday. And what a way to spend it, watching me craft. All right, so I'm going to take my Summer Splash and I'm going to get some ink in the top of my ink pad. They're like that. Now, the best thing to get them to sit nice and even is just to pull your ink pad in a little bit, and then it sits nice and level on your desk. If you leave it out like that, see how it sits up, and every time you go to do something. So all you've got to do is push it in maybe about 1 inch, and then it sits nice and level on your desk. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add some water to the ink that's in the top here. Add some water. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a nice splash of color in the background. Now, don't be scared to get in and add a bit of water, get in and make that splash of color happen in behind. And that's more or less all I'm going to do. This brush is fantastic for it. Now, I'm going to sit that aside and I'm going to do a few other things in the meantime to let that dry. And I will actually probably let that, I probably will hit it with my heat tool as well. Now, one of the things when you're using your ink pads like this, make sure you clean out your ink pad. Okay, make sure you clean out your ink pad and wipe that water out. You don't want to contaminate your ink pad. All right. So we've got that, and that's actually going to be for our front layer there. So now let's work on this working mechanism here. I'm going to leave this white layer out because I'll stamp on that first. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add this working mechanism. Now, I remember when I did this the very first time, I forgot to add this first, and then I had to pull up all my layers. So one main thing is add your working mechanism in first. And I always tend to do the working mechanism is always going to be the same color as the card base, so it blends in really, really well with the card base. So I'm going to take Seal Plus, and the reason why I'm going to take Seal Plus because we want this to glue really well. It's going to take a fair bit of the weight when you're opening and shutting the card. So you want it to actually glue really, really well onto your card so that it has a good strong hold. You could use liquid glue. If you feel more comfortable with liquid glue, you could definitely use liquid glue. You've just got to make sure that you actually spend the time to get it adhered and let the liquid glue take hold. So all I've done is on this piece here, so we've got our Z fold here. On this piece here, I've actually done the Seal Plus. Now I'm going to glue that along this left-hand side here. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to have it folded and I'm going to line it up, and I'm just going to eyeball it that we get it evenly spaced in between the top and the bottom. And we are coming in just a little bit off the edge of that card. So just a smidge, maybe like a 1 millimeter if you're into metric, or maybe like not a 16th, maybe a 30 second. I don't know if you want to call it that, but just a smidge off that edge. Okay, so that it's inside the card, but just a little smidge off the edge. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the top and glue that on. So that's actually given us that working mechanism here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my Summer Splash piece over the top. So now you can see why I did that before I did any of this, because it hides our working part in behind. Okay, now for the top layer, it's not going to matter. You're not actually going to see that because the top layer is going to sit on top. So you're not actually going to see any of that working unless you fold this over the other side, and no one's really going to look at your card like that. Okay, there you go. Glenda's got a good word, a cat whisker away. That is awesome. And me being a cat lover, I like that. Well done, Glenda. Great explanation. A cat whisker away, a smidge, whatever you want to call it. A tiny, tiny little minute way back from that edge of that card. So now with my Summer Splash layer, I'm just going to pop that in there and line it up and get it nice and even, top, sides and bottom, and we have that there done. Okay, so now with this bit, I actually want to do a little bit of stamping, and I think I'm just going to take this cute stamp here and I'm just going to stamp that down in the corner. So I'm going to use my Summer Splash. This is going to be just a monotoned card, like so we're only using one color. I could actually use the other green and add a bit of a darker color, but I think this will be fine. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that in the corner like that. And then I'm going to re-stamp lighter again. So it gives just a look like you've got two different colors there. I'm going to take, I've got this here that's just on my desk, so I'll take that and wipe that. Now, do I want to stamp a sentiment in there? I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to add some glue, and that's going to go on the inside of my card. Quick, easy, gives a lot of room for writing. Okay, so when you want to write your message, and the beauty of it is this other layer is going to cover right over the top, so so it's okay. Hello from Ipswich. Who have I got from Ipswich? I've got a Facebook user from Ipswich. Welcome. Ipswich is not that far away from me. Yeah, Christine's wishing Sue a happy birthday. Enjoy your special day. I think we will all say happy birthday to Sue on here. Are you doing anything special for your birthday, Sue? All right, so now I have these two pieces here, and they're actually going to glue on the inside here so that when it opens. So I'm going to do same thing again. I'm going to ink up this stamp, and just down in the corner, I'm going to stamp once again like we did, and a second time, so you get that lighter look. Just by doing that lighter look, it just gives a little bit of interest to that. If I just stamped that one leafy image there, it would look a little bit boring, but with the second stage stamping, it's really good. Hello, Mitzi, welcome. You're a little bit late, but you haven't missed too much. So we're doing a super fun fold, and you can go back and get the measurements and things when I'm finished doing the video, but it's an easy fun fold that anyone can do. And I like to do, I know a lot of people are a little bit intimidated by fun folds. So I actually like to do fun folds that are not too hard for people to do, for the simple fact that I don't want you to be intimidated by them. I want you to be able to give them a go and feel really confident in giving them a go. All right, so now that piece here is going to fit in there. So you can see this card's coming together really, really nicely already. So we're going to do that. Okay. And we'll pop that one in there like that. Okay, so that one is going to fold in like that. Okay. Glenda says she loves fun folds. Okay. Now, we're going to get back to this front piece that we've got here. Now, I'm going to hit that with my heat tool to make sure that that is nice and dry, because if I want to stamp on it, I want to make sure it's dry, and it's so not dry. You might hit it with I've got high heat. This is a new heat tool, and it seems to be so low in how fast the air comes out. Does that make sense? Speed. Low speed of air. My other one seemed to really blast it out. I might have to put my old one in here and put my new one out into my craft studio. And the reason I'm slowly trying to get double of everything so that I can not have to be going from my craft studio to my craft room and grabbing things. So every time I have to heat emboss in a class, I take all my heat embossing out. So I decided that I would double up on everything and have one lot that can stay out there. Okay, so that's feeling fairly dry. And as you can see, the cardstock has buckled up quite a bit. Oh, I need to use my tweezers. It's getting a bit hot to hold. Let's do that. I called these tweezers tongs yesterday. I was talking to someone and I said, make sure you use your tongs so you don't burn your fingers. Dell, I was talking to you, wasn't I, Dell? I said, make sure you use your tongs. And I said, I mean tweezers. Oh, thank you, Mitzi. Mitzi saying, don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you. That helps me so much. All right. Yeah, show me some loving, people. All right. So now, because it's curled up like that, what I tend to do, this is a little trick that I like to do. You can actually just run your bone folder under it, and it smooths it out a little bit and gets it to curl down the other way. Okay. All right. Now, because I've watercolored, I do tend to want to glue this down with my Seal Plus to make it stick really flat onto my my card base layer. Even running it on your desk like so makes it sit a little bit down and under. All right. So we've got a really nice watercolor background. Wow, we've got 80 people, 84 people on watching. Let's see if we can get to 100. People share so much so we can see if we can get 100 people watching all together at one time. Let's see if we can do. So everyone hit that share button. If you're on YouTube, you can hit the share button down below the video and share to Facebook, so it will actually share to your Facebook profile. If you're on Facebook, just share it. Just share it publicly onto your timeline so that other people can jump on. 84 people. We need to try and get to 100. I remember a few years back when not many people were doing live videos. I actually used to get over 100 people watching me. It'd be really nice. All right. So I think I'm actually going to do a little bit of, I'm going to stamp this big stamp. I'm going to stamp it once on the watercolor wash. So it's tone on tone coloring here. I'm going to stamp it once like that. And then I'm going to stamp it again. Okay. So we've got a gorgeous pattern there. It's a bit hard to see on video, but is the embossing tray carrying over? Can't seem to find it in the new catalog, Sue. I'm not sure. I would have to check on that and let you know. I would have to check on that. It would have been in the retiring list if it was retiring, so I'm assuming it has. I'm assuming it has, but I'm not sure. I will have to double check on that. That's a really good point. All right, so now that I've done that stamping, so it's just tone on tone, but it's given us a really nice, cute background there. I'm now going to use my Seal Plus. Now, this is the only time that you will see me using Seal Plus to pop a layer down, and the reason being because of using the heat on it, it has warped the cardstock a little bit, and you want it to sit nice and flat, and your card base is like that layer is nice and flat. And if you use a really good stronghold and use a fair bit of glue all over, the liquid glue doesn't tend to hold it down nice and flat as what your Seal Plus does. Now, Katrina just said, yes, it's carrying over, Sue. So there you go. Yeah, I would assume it was carrying over because it wasn't, I'm positive I didn't mark it as a retiring item when I went through the catalog the other day. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do my normal trick of making sure that we line up those layers really nice to get it even and on there. And then we're going to press it down. And, oh, I didn't get it on there even at all. I was so out on that bottom part. It's not funny. Ooh, and I pressed down way too hard, way too soon. Okay, you've just seen me muck it up big time. What we might do is, if I can get it off, I'll just cut another layer of the Summer Splash. I think I'm going to do that. Cut another layer of the Summer Splash. I mucked that up big time. There you go. See, we all make boo-boos, and that one was a big one. Okay, let's get it off. Do you know what page, Katrina? So do you know what page that she can find it on? Okay, let's grab another piece of that. I'll cut another piece quickly. Now, I'm going to going to cheat a little bit here because I've got a fair bit of Seal Plus still on the back there. So I'm going to cheat a bit, and I'm going to use my liquid glue now to help me line it up. The Seal Plus will be enough to glue it down and get it to go nice and flat for me. So I'm now just going to use liquid glue on here. I struggle with using, I love to use liquid glue all the time. It is honestly my go-to. Now let's see if we can get this on here a little bit better than what I did the first time. Yeah, that's much better. All right, and my Seal Plus is still going to do the job that I want it to do. Look at that. Much better. Okay. Better second time around. It's probably an online item only. Maybe it is. Oh, I used my heat tool and it would have got the glue off. Yeah. Anyway, we got there in the end. We got there. Slowly but surely, we got there in the end. Okay, and then that still has to glue onto here anyway. So we're going to get it to glue down quite nicely. All right. Yeah, so the heat tool will soften the glue. So the Seal Plus that was on there, it would soften the glue. Yeah. I was just too busy panicking. As you do. See, because with wiggle room, see, with liquid glue, I've got the wiggle room. I can do what I want. All right, so we've got that layer done there. Now, I did want to use these dies because I think what I would like to do is actually physically use, I don't know whether I want to use this die or whether I want to use this die. Let's work out which one do we want to use, this one or this one. We'll cut them both out. And do we want to do them in the Summer Splash? Now I've used my Summer Splash, so I'm going to have to get another bit. Do we want to do them in the Summer Splash or do we want to do them in white? Or do we want to do one Summer Splash and one white? Okay, let's just do the white to start off with. So we'll cut them in white and see what they look like. And I may only want to use one. I may want to use two. I don't really know. in case you didn't realize, I wing it when I'm doing these videos. I physically have a bit of an idea in my head, and then I just go for it. I jump on and go for it. I don't actually have a pre-planned one. I just jump on and go for it. So so it's more or less like anything goes with me when it comes to my live crafting. All right. And I've actually done it like that for years. I have physically just jumped on and created. So you actually get my whole creative process. You get to see it here in a nutshell. Okay. So Mitzi's saying one of each. Matthew's saying one summer splash, one basic white. What about vellum? I'm not going to use vellum because we can't even buy vellum. So I'm not going to use vellum. Great idea, but I'm definitely not going to use vellum because vellum is gone from our online store and you physically cannot buy it. So I only use things that you can actually purchase either in a starter kit or through our online store. So they would look lovely. And for those people that are vellum lovers, our vellum cardstock is getting retired, but you don't have to panic. I have a bit of inside knowledge. There's some coming, but you didn't hear me say that. It's not the same, but there's something coming. Not in our annual catalogue, but there is something coming. All right. So we have white. I was thinking about even just doing black like a silhouette. So we'll do a vote on this. So I was thinking about white. Then I was thinking about summer splash, but I don't actually. I'm shying away from the summer splash idea. So we have white, and I don't think we need two. I think we need one. If we're going to do anything, I think we need one. I don't mind that because I'm going to pop a sentiment on. I don't know. I feel like I like this one. I'm going to pop a sentiment coming over here and a little bit of linen thread. So I don't know whether I want to do that. Let's try it in black. Let's see what you think with black. Grab a piece of black. Do I have a piece of black in here? Yes. Okay, let's try it with black and see what we think. Margaret's saying, no black. I like black because it looks like a silhouette. All right, so let's try this one. Donna, were you thinking the same thing? No black. We'll see. All right. Okay. I've got my friend and her granddaughter coming over today to help me prep for our card buffet. So guess what they're going to be doing? Yep, you guessed it, die cutting. Do you not think that the black looks pretty striking on there? Like, really? Now, we have black or white. These colors you just popped in. Is this the Unbounded Beauty? The Flowers of Beauty dies? Yes. The Thoughtful Wishes stamp, Kayla, is the stamp that we've been using. So the Flowers of Beauty dies, the Thoughtful Wishes stamp. All right. See, Daryl saying black. Cheryl saying black. Matthew saying, okay, the black does look nice. Okay, Kayla, tell me your thoughts. Black or white? I'm going to put a label on here with a sentiment and a bit of linen thread, but what do you think? Black or white? Theo will get lots of pats then. Yeah, he will with the granddaughter. Yeah, but she's actually allergic to cats, so she'll probably have to stay away from him. Dell saying black. Patricia saying black. Jill saying black. Glenda saying black. Lynn saying, I think the black is too hard. Kayla says black is amazing. Now, Kayla's an artisan design member, you know. Kayla's good with design. I think the black looks amazing too. I'm gonna go black. Same color as the background. I didn't cut one out in that, but yeah, I'm gonna go black. I like the idea of black. And I think what we might do is do a white label and do a black label with some white embossing. What do you reckon? I'm throwing it all at it today. Hang on, I want to get some more dyes. Okay. I'm going to use something else now. God, I'm totally throwing everything out there. Unbounded Love dyes. Let's do, are you ready for this? This one and this one. Yes. This one and this one. What do you think? Black and white? White and black? Or do you think Summer Splash and black? Ah, white on black even looks nice. We could do it the other way. We could do this as white or Summer Splash and do this as black. Okay, we've got to do the label black because we're gonna emboss. We have to emboss. We just have to. Okay, so let's just run that one through over the side here out of view and I'll just get it cut. And we'll emboss on that one. Oh, okay. That one didn't work the way we wanted it to work. Look, that isn't going to work. Well, you find something out each time you use something, don't you? That gave me a label like that. I don't want that to happen. Okay, let's do this one in black. No, we don't want to do that one in black. Oh, wow. We need to find something else to give us that black oval. So we have this. Do we want to just pop our sentiment on that? What are your thoughts? I don't think there's any other oval in that set of dies that will do it. Is there or isn't there? Nope, there's no other oval. That one there's going to be, yeah, too much. Or we could do this and do a little sentiment. That and that. Yeah, let's do that. How many are watching now? Only 78, Lynn. Yeah, we didn't get to 100, but anyway, it is what it is. All right, so I think I'm going to do this and this. So let's try that in Summer Splash. And then we have to find a sentiment out of that stamp set that's going to be small enough to do some white embossing. Oh, God, do I have white? Yes, I do have white here, I think. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to just wait and I'm going to emboss on my black cardstock and then cut it out with that. All right. Can you rim the green with black and stamp on the green? Yeah, but I wanted to, we could, but I wanted to really emboss on black. You could. There's a few possibilities, I guess. I'm going to try, let's see what we've got in this stamp set to, let's just do, does Have a Blessed Day in it? Let's see. Oh my God, where am I going to find that? Have a Blessed Day. Is that going to fit in there? Just. Or should we do, oh, that says thanks. What else is there? Feel better soon. You've got this. Oh, that sounds good. You've got this. You are loved. Oh, you are loved. Sounds good. You are loved. All right, let's do You Are Loved with some white embossing on some black. And then we'll cut it out with that die. Okay. Embossing buddy. Okay. Versamark is here. You are loved. Okay. And some white. Please tell me that's white. Yes, white. Whoa. Let's get the tray out. Now, when you go to emboss, you must make sure that you brush off any bits that you don't want to emboss. And I just, there. Okay. Because if you don't brush it off, it will emboss. All right, now you ready for how good this is going to look? Can you rim the green with the black and stamp on the green? You are loved. Your grandson's loving it. Well, I'm glad he's enjoying it. All right, so we have You Are Loved. I think this way is going to look the best. I mean, that looks okay. And we could possibly put a sentiment in the middle. Let's see what we can do in the middle there. And we'll make our decision. We're not going to write this one off yet. We'll make our decision. We can put something else in the middle. Let's do Happy Birthday in the middle. I'll see if it's big enough. Might not work because the black outline might cover up the Happy Birthday. Will it? We might get Happy Birthday in there. We'll try. We'll try. Okay, Versamark. Let's try Happy Birthday. We'll do that baby in white as well. And we'll make our decision. Okay. Where did those tongs go? I might end up having a nickname for my tweezers as tongs. Okay. Should have kept the tongs on it. You think it's gorgeous? I don't know. We'll see. We're going with the flow. Okay. So we have that and that. We're going to cut this one out and see what we think. Sorry, I'm just lining up the die over here and cutting it off screen, but I'll be back in 1 minute. Not even a minute. All right. Now's the time where we decide which way we're going to go. Do we want to go, you are loved, or do we want to do the happy birthday? So you are loved or happy birthday. I'm going to do a linen thread bow. So I'm just going to grab my linen thread. Hello, Donna from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Hey, Karen. Welcome. You are loved. I think I'm going to go with the you are loved as well. Now we've got happy birthday. Oh, thanks, Christine. Christine saying, don't forget to give me the thumbs up and share the video. We got up to 84 people, I think. 84 is probably our highest so far. I'd really love to be able to get up to 100 viewers at once, live. Just imagine 100 people all around the world watching me live. How fun is that? Hanging out and crafting and chatting. I think the oval one should have black embossing. Yeah, I think you are loved looks good. I think I like that. Now, once again, I'm going to glue my, and I'm going to pop it up over that. And then I think I'm going to pop my bow on here. I'm going to use my little, oh God, have I lost it? Where is, no, there it is. My little trick with my glue and my silicone mat. So if you've never done this before, fantastic way for gluing die cuts that are very intricate without getting glue all over your fingers and being able to glue it down really, really easily. So all I do is I add a little bit of on a silicone mat, and these are called our silicone craft sheets. We sell these. And the beauty of it is when you put the glue on this sheet, it actually dries and you can just actually peel it up, and I'll show you because I've got some glue that's dried over here. So you can physically just dab some glue on the back of your die cut. And when you pick it up, you don't get glue all over you, and you can pop it straight onto your card where you want, pop it down and done. No gluey mess. So if you struggle with liquid glue, this is the way to use it on die cuts like this, because you don't get that oozy glue happening. Okay, now I just wanted to show you when the glue dries like this bit here, because that's what I used yesterday. You just rub it with your finger. It's very satisfying. You rub it with your finger and you get a little glue dot that comes off, and throw that in the bin and your mat is clean. And you can run a little bit of hand sanitizer over it, or spray hand sanitizer, and it cleans it off perfectly. So a silicone craft sheet and your bone folder. So there you go, two tips today: silicone craft sheet and your bone folder. And you would definitely need them in your craft studio. All right, so let's get this together. Let's pop up this You Are Loved. I'm going to go with that. Sorry for everyone that said happy birthday. But we're going to go with You Are Loved. I made a decision. I totally asked you which way we we're going to go, and then I just decided to do my own thing anyway. And, you know, My ex-husband used to say that. Why do you ask? Because you're just going to do what you want to do anyway. I do like your input, but yeah. Um, if you're going to recreate this, you may want to put the happy birthday one on. All right. Whoops, daisy. Nearly put it on the wrong place. All right. I got a little bit carried away there. So I'm just going to pop up that you are loved. I'm then also going to pop that up onto the front. We still haven't adhered it to our card yet, so we're getting there. Karen, Karen says, "You go, girl." Hey, Mariner, welcome. You can always catch the replay. We're nearly finished, but it's a good fun fold card. So I'm just going to pop "You Are Loved" there. Then, of course, we're going to add our gorgeous linen thread bow. So I'm just going to cut them off a little. That one's all right. All right, so we're going to grab a glue dot to put that linen thread bow on. Okay. So we're just going to pop the linen thread bow there on the corner, which that looks super cute. Now, of course, we need some embellishments, and I am just going to use the rhinestones. Now, rhinestones are a staple in my craft room. I have them, and whenever you are struggling and thinking, what am I going to put on the front of this card, your rhinestones are the perfect embellishment. So thankfully, they're getting carried through. I was a little bit worried that we were going to lose the rhinestones because they've been around for a long, long time, but thankfully they're getting carried through to our new catalogue, so I'm grateful for that. And I'm just going to pop a couple of these around. So there, maybe one down here, and maybe one just up over there. Okay, so I've got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this to the front of our card, and it's really easy. I'm going to use liquid glue for this one because we have the time to do this. So I'm going to use liquid glue on here. Now, sometimes even with your liquid glue, when you apply your liquid glue, if you leave it for a little while, it will go a little bit tacky. So if you struggle with, when I say it can go a little bit tacky, it still will work exactly how you want it to work. Hey, Susan, great to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. So it still will work when you've left it tacky. But sometimes if you have trouble and you get glue everywhere, sometimes just give it a little bit of time. Like let it get that tackiness, let it get that sort of dried bit. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to line up my corners here because this is actually going to sit flat down onto that folded bit, and I need to poke it down because it's sitting up. Okay. And then I have the wiggle room to make sure I get my layers straight. Now, that's why I use the liquid glue on that top layer. Now, this is a fairly bulky card, so yes, it will actually take extra in postage, and I know that most people, I don't know, most people worry about how much it's going to cost them to post a letter. Post a card. My idea is that it's the thought that counts. I don't care if I'm going to have to put an extra stamp on a card to send a beautiful card, because the whole idea is we want to send a beautiful card. Now, what will really set that off, of course, you all know me, a spritzing of Wink, because my name is Winky, remember? So a spritzing of Wink of Stella there and on the inside. Now, you could stamp different sentiments on the inside here to tell a story, because I actually love the fact that when you open it up, that you have this extra part in the middle. And as you can see, it will open up and sit down flat on the table, but it will also sit like that as well. So a really simple, easy, fun fold, and it's just that section that you add in the middle that makes it sit like that. Okay, so Matthew's saying you will definitely have to catch the replay. This card looks beautiful. And when I did my Avid Fun Fold card, I used this Fun Fold. So this is a more step down, not an Avid Fun Fold, but a really easy Fun Fold to do. It's just that working mechanism in the center. But it sits really nicely on the counter. Gorgeous. Yeah. Trish is beautiful. She'll be casing this. So glad you loved it. I actually got this idea off Patty Bennett. Patty Bennett was doing cards like this, and she's from the US. Fantastic. Has been with Stampin' Up, I think, ever since it started. But Patty Bennett did this, and I was like, that is so easy. So I have actually cased it from Patty Bennett. It's not my idea. And yeah, Lord knows she probably cased it from someone else as well, because that's what we're all about, aren't we? So a gorgeous card using the brand new Summer Splash. Um, can you get the die yet? It's in pre-order for Demonstrators, for anyone that is wanting to get any of these products. So the dies that I used, let me grab them out, were the Flowers of Beauty dies, which is this one here, and it's now stuck down because I closed it up. So that's the Flowers of Beauty dies there. And these are brand new, coming from our annual catalog. And the other dies that I used were the Unbounded Love dies. Okay, so the Unbounded Love dies were the ones that I got the oval from, and also this one here, and the other one wherever I put it. I can't remember where I put it. There it is, still sitting on my cut and emboss. That one there. Okay, so Flowers of Beauty dies and Unbounded Love dies. And the stamp set that I used was the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. And the ink pad color is the new In Color ink pad color, which is called Summer Splash. Now, I do have my In Color club that I will be running, because we have this brand new lot of colors. My In Color club is $81 plus $15 postage, and over 5 months. So this is a subscription that runs for 5 months. Once you subscribe to it, your payments will automatically come out each month, and each month I will be ordering one of everything in one color for you. So say the first month you get Summer Splash, and as you can see, you don't need all 5 colors at once. I just use the Summer Splash here, and we've got a gorgeous card. So yes, it does remind you of Mint Macaron as well. It's a beautiful color, absolutely stunning. So the In Color Club is something that I am offering privately, personally, myself. So the only way that you can get this club is through my In Color Club. $81 plus $15 postage every month, and you will get an ink pad, you will get a re-inker, you will get a Stamperite marker, a blend set, a roll of ribbon, the cardstock. You'll get 4 sheets of cardstock. You'll get 8 sheets of Designer Series paper. You'll get the embellishments in that one color. So yeah, it's a great way. And I'm also giving 2 card sketches that I will be printing and putting in your kit every month, and that helps you with your creativity. And also, if you are a paper lover, I'm doing an annual catalog paper share, and there is 25 varieties of Designer Series paper in our brand new catalog. You will get a quarter share of each pack of that paper. It costs $133 for the paper share and $20 postage. Now, I also have an add-on, which is the specialty papers. There's 5 different specialty papers, which include foil, glimmer, textured paper. You can add that one on for an extra $21.20 and get the whole lot delivered to your door. And it is really, really fun to be able to get a share. It gives you a bit of a taste of what the paper is in the catalog. I also have my 2-day retreat that I have. Registrations are open right now for my 2-day retreat. That is the 6th and 7th of July. It costs $220 to attend in person, or you can get a retreat in a box if you live anywhere in Australia for $245. You get everything that everyone gets in person, which is the stamp and die set, which is this stamp set and the die set that matches. That's what you'll be getting in your kit for the 2-day retreat. You'll also get a roll of ribbon, a full pack of embellishments, all the cardstock needed to make 8 designs, a PDF tutorial showing you how to make those 8 beautiful designs. So registrations for that are happening right now. And if you are interested in purchasing any of these products, they're available right now in pre-order for us as demonstrators, but you can actually join my team, and we have a massive sale that's coming up on Monday next week with up to 60% off all of our end of year products that are retiring out of our annual catalog and our mini catalog. So you can actually add those retiring products at the discounted price into your starter kit and get even more for your money. So I am telling you, if there is a good time to join Stampin' Up, this month is the time to join Stampin' Up. You get to choose $235 worth of product. You only pay $169. And the beauty of it is, as soon as you join and you get your demo ID and it goes through, you can then purchase the retiring products with your 20% discount on top as well. Now, I am #2 demonstrator in Australia. I do business training if you're a business-minded person and you want to run it as a business. But if you just want to get the discount and be a part of a crafty community, I would love to invite you into my community. So as I said, I've been with Stampin' Up now for 8 years, and my thought process when people join my team is I just want to walk alongside of you and support you in what you want to get out of your Stampin' Up. I'm here to support you for that. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. It's been a wonderful crafty session today once again, and I look forward to crafting with you again at 8:15 a.m. on Monday morning once again. So thank you. If you're watching the replay, please make sure, if you haven't subscribed, to subscribe. If you haven't followed my business page, please remember that in those private groups, I will not be streaming into those private groups when Facebook decides to take that away. So please head on over to my YouTube channel. Watch me on YouTube. It's the best place to watch. And have a lovely weekend. And I will see you all again on Monday morning. Thanks for